He came from the margins of Barcelona, from a neighborhood that few people notice. Through pain, exclusion, and pure honesty, he found a voice that now echoes across Europe. This is the story of Morad, the artist who turned the streets into his stage. Morad El-Khatouti El-Horami was born on March 5, 1999, in El Hospitalet de Llobregat, near Barcelona. His parents were Moroccan. His mother came from Larraix and his father from Nador. When Morad was very young, his father left the family, leaving his mother to raise him alone. He grew up in La Florida, a working-class neighborhood where opportunities were scarce. He often felt like an outsider, not fully accepted by Spanish society, facing racism and discrimination simply for where he came from. Even basic things like opening a bank account were harder for him. He understood early that life would not be fair. During his teenage years, he went through hard times. He spent part of his youth in a juvenile center and struggled with the law. There were accusations of robbery and violence, things that would follow him for years. But even in those dark moments, Morad found something that gave him purpose: music. At the age of 14, he began recording voice notes with his friends, writing lyrics about the life he knew. The streets were his classroom, and music became his escape. From exclusion, he made art. From obstacles, he carved a path forward. In 2018, Morad released his first official song, No Son de Cow. It marked his first step into the Spanish urban scene. A year later came his debut album, titled MDLR, short for Mec de la Rue, meaning Kid of the Street. The title said it all. Morad was not trying to hide where he came from, he was representing it. His songs spoke about survival, identity, and truth. They were raw, emotional, and brutally honest, mixing rap, trap, and drill with his own melodic touch. Step by step, he built a loyal following. People from the same kind of neighborhood saw themselves in him. Then came his breakthrough. In 2021, Morad joined forces with Bizarrap for BZRP Music Session number 47. The song went viral across the Spanish-speaking world and beyond. That same year, his single Pelel hit number 1 in Spain. Suddenly, Morad wasn't just a local street rapper, he was a national name. He followed up with an EP called Capítulo Uno, made with his friend Benny Jr. His sound kept evolving, his storytelling growing stronger. He started collaborating with artists from all over Europe, names like Naps, Central C, and De La Fuente. Spotify listed him among the most streamed drill artists in Spain. But fame came with controversy. In 2021, during a music video shoot in Hospitalet, crowds clashed with police. Morad was accused of inciting public disorder and later received a suspended 2-year sentence. Not long after, he voluntarily entered prison to serve 6 months for driving without a license. Even then, his reputation only grew. He became a symbol of resistance, someone who lived what he rapped about. To his fans, he wasn't just another rapper. He was proof that you could fall, rise, and keep fighting. In 2023, Morad released his second studio album, Reinsertado. The title means reinserted, a powerful statement about coming back stronger after hardship. The album exploded, reaching hundreds of millions of streams and taking him on a massive European tour. Paris, Amsterdam, Brussels, Stockholm, Berlin, Milan, every stop sold out. Morad had officially become one of the biggest urban artists in Europe. He wasn't just a Spanish star anymore, he was a European phenomenon. He also became a cultural icon. He was the only Spanish artist to appear in Spotify's top 5 most listened to artists in Europe. His music spoke to the children of immigrants, to those who grew up feeling invisible. In a world that told them to stay quiet, Morad showed that their voice could be heard. He proudly represented his roots, both Moroccan and Spanish, and embraced the dual identity that defines millions across Europe. Even in fashion, he stayed true to himself. His hit song, Schandal, celebrated the tracksuit, a symbol of street life turned into style. Brands like Adidas began to notice. Suddenly, the boy from La Florida was shaping European youth culture. Morad's story carries lessons far beyond music. It's about authenticity, staying true when the world wants to shape you. It's about turning pain into power. And it's about believing that your background does not define your ceiling. In 2025, he released Reinsertado 2, continuing his growth and evolution. He also launched a documentary about his European tour, giving fans a deeper look into his life and his message. Even with fame and success, he has never forgotten where he came from. Every lyric still carries the voice of the streets that raised him. From narrow alleys in Barcelona to packed arenas across Europe, Morad's journey is more than just music. It is proof that greatness can rise from struggle. He turned exclusion into elevation and silence into sound. His story is one of survival, identity, and unstoppable ambition. In a world that often ignores the margins, Morad made sure they were heard, loud and clear. Morad's journey is living proof that you can rise from nothing and still reach everything you dreamed of. He came from the narrow streets of La Florida, a place often ignored, a place many never escape. He had no rich background, no easy path, and no one opening doors for him. All he had was his voice, his truth, and the determination to be heard. From recording songs on his phone to performing in sold-out arenas across Europe, Morad turned struggle into sound. He transformed pain into poetry and rejection into rhythm. Every verse, every beat, carries the story of someone who refused to give up, someone who believed that being real matters more than being perfect. His success is not just his own. It belongs to every kid who ever felt invisible, every dreamer told they couldn't make it. Morad proved that even when the world counts you out, you can still count on yourself. He went from nothing to something unforgettable. If you've been inspired by his story, don't forget to leave a like, share this video, and subscribe to the channel for more powerful stories like this one. Your support helps us keep telling real stories about real people who change the game. This is Morad, the kid from the streets who became the voice of a generation. From nothing to something. From silence to sound. And his story is far from over.